Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Under Fractured Sky. It is me, your Dungeon Master Supreme, Miss Lady D, pronouns she, her, hers, and we're going to have an interesting show tonight. I've got a special surprise lined up that even our players don't really know about. So let me get into our players here and unmute them so that they can join in on the commentary. Hello, players.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
so let's go down the line and do our introductions. I already introduced myself, so let's start with Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, pronouns he, him, and I'm playing Jack, the Komodo Dragon Lizardfolk Ranger.
Thank you very much, and let's go to Zool.
Hello, I'm Zool, he, him pronouns, and I play Avné and the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin.
Okay, and rejoining us after being absent last week, Bridget.
Hi there. My name is Bridget. Pronouns she, hers. I play Holly, the rogue halfling. Halfling rogue.
Rogue halfling rogue. It's fine. It works. Next up, Salix.
Hey, I'm Alex, he, him. I play Fringle, the gnome cleric.
Fantastic. And Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, they, them pronouns. I play Wayra Evnas, the half-orc bard.
And last but not least, let's hear from Mega.
Hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Nova Ambrele, the firefighter Genasi wizard.
Okay, well, with all those introductions out of the way, I do want to let you know that that Miyoko, who plays Eye of the Forest, the Tabaxi Warlock, will not be joining us tonight as she is not feeling well, but we'll be able to carry on without her this evening. So, without further ado, let's get into it. When last we left the party, they were rescuing the townsfolk of Bend from the fires set by the cult of Absazel. After successfully defeating all the cultists and finding all the villagers that the cult was not able to round up and trap in one building, the clergy of Samasora rushed in from the west at sunrise to extinguish all the flames. Without knowledge of the brave sacrifice of their teammate Uznar in dispatching the vulture Kenku that was in charge of this band of cultists, our party breathes easy for once and moved to greet the relief effort. And it's as soon as the tents are set up that Holly Mossfoot, the mysteriously absent from battle halfling, arrives with reinforcement clergy members from the east. Having split from the other party members to rally these volunteers from the village of Horan, the exhausted halfling is brought to join her companions. A thankful Samasora clergy instructs the party members to rest and partake of some bread, sweet rolls, and water. Ham, eggs, and bacon and beans to follow later. So,
Thank God.
yeah. So, everybody, you are ushered over to a resting area that has a bunch of cots and benches, and like racks of food. It's amazing how quickly the clergy of Samasora had set this up. So, does anybody want to do anything special? Say anything special during this time?
Do I recognize anyone?
There are so many clergy folk here, like 200 plus people. You've seen a few people that you've seen before, but not anybody that you know too terribly well. You were kind of an outcast at the during like your clerical studies, kind of by choice, but
Right.
kind of just like slinked easy in everything.
So Nova is trying his best not to look any of the clergy directly in the eyes. He really doesn't want to get their any other attentions.
Okay. All right, Dan. What about excuse me. I'm sorry. Starting to get all clammy in here. Okay, so Dan, what about Shaq? What's Shaq up to?
After making sure the old man he rescued got with the others and that he's all set, he would go over to the food immediately.
The food is attended to by a female dwarf, dressed in a shimmering military jacket, like silver in color, very similar to Fringle's, except Fringle's is bronze. And she is handing out tin cups of water, and rationing out the sweet rolls and bread until the cook behind her is, like finished making all the other food.
Hello, Shah. Would you, happen to have any, extra food for those that fought?
Oh, you were one of the ones there that helped get everybody out of the village earlier, huh?
Yeah, I got the one at least.
Oh, gee, wow, that's great. Tell you what, have this extra sweet roll, but nothing else until everything else is done. Okay?
I understand. Takes time for a cook to prepare his food. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He immediately gets into that sweet roll. He does not even step away from her. He's just shoving it in his mouth.
It's delicious. It is. It's like a stiff biscuit, but it has a jelly filling and a kind of like a hardened glaze over it, like a hard sugar glaze over it. It's a little bit sticky too, but it's fine. Some spices in there, a little bit of cinnamon, a little nutmeg. It's good stuff.
He's just like, yeah, he's savoring it and he's chewing it, and she can more than likely hear him just kind of like groan in delight. I would try to attempt the sounds, but I cannot replicate it.
Oh.
He's tasting heaven.
Well, I'm glad that I'm sure the Samsora clergy would be glad to know that they've had you taste heaven. Anyway, moving onward. Let's see. What about Weira? What's Weira up to?
Probably cleaning all the blood off her sword.
Okay.
Because there was a lot that got on it.
Okay. There are some people looking at you with a little bit of unease, but they realize that you were the one of the two that was like immediately on the scene, at the building that was like full to capacity, with people during the fire. So they were like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. What about Holly? What are you up to?
Holly's kind of finding a place, probably behind one of the tables, handing out all the food, and she's somehow managed to get a hold of a sweet roll. Like, we don't know who handed it to her or if anybody handed it to her, but she's got one.
I mean, they were free, so I mean, unless you yoinked an extra one.
Well, we'll leave that to the imagination, but either way, a sweet roll has appeared in her possession, and she is munching on that and trying to get her like with the roll in her mouth, trying to get her hair back up into some sort of semblance of order, and she seems to be a little disheveled from her sprint earlier, and basically just trying to get herself put together in some sort of way again.
You stole a balloon from Free Balloon Day.
Yeah, on Free Balloon Day.
That's just how she do. Holly doesn't wait around to ask. She'll just grab.
Really be like that sometimes.
And let's see. Did I miss out on anybody else other than Avné? No? Okay. So
I think, yeah.
all right, so Avné, tell us what you're doing. You were basically ushered to these benches near near a big pot of water and some food being prepared, and asked to have a seat and given a bread roll, a sweet roll, and a cup of water.
You said there were cots nearby, yeah?
There are. Right now, they've asked you to kind of stay where you are to let villagers get to the cots first, even though you were one of the ones that helped liberate this town. Yeah, you can't help but feel like it was a little bit of a slight there because you're a very apparent member of a different clergy, but they're not openly predisposed against you.
Drat. Okay. I guess they'll just go ahead and sit down and try their best not to just shove their beak with food.
Okay.
And they'll be doing it very sleepily.
All right. Well, it is.
And probably angrily.
Okay. Well, let me get someone in here.
Oh no. Who's it gonna be?
Now, I did promise a big surprise. Now, the viewers at home, I did promise a surprise to my players tonight. I've been building it up all week, and completely contradictory to fashion, I kept it quiet. So I'm inviting our friend into the call right now.
Oh my god.
We have a guest.
We have a guest. We have a guest, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. EDWARD BOSCO.
Hello.
Guys,
Oh.
how's everybody doing?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Mr.
chill.
Bosco.
There's a lot of people in here. Good grief.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
and believe it or not, there's one person missing from this party, and we had two other members prior to this who are now no longer part of the party, so it was a huge party. Yeah. So anyway, this is where our good friend EDWARD BOSCO comes in. Now, Bosco, you are a well-renowned and celebrated paladin of Maryland.
Woo! That means I have a knight's challenge. That means I'm an even better tank.
Sounds like a challenge.
Let me recompose myself. You enter the disaster relief area in a charred cornfield on the outskirts of this village of Bend. There are many tents and canopies branded with the symbol of Samosora painted upon them. Approaching the area with your two scribes, the dwarf siblings Trigvi and Hana, you see a bustling, well-organized tent city. Here you see the Samosora clergy providing medical care and triage, counseling, childcare, faith services, food relief, and, in true Samosaurus clergy fashion, all manners of bookkeeping. Upon asking a random administrative-looking clergy member if a cockatiel kenku is amongst those present, the clergy member points you towards an area where water, bread, and sweet rolls are being handed out. There at a bench, facing partly away from you, sits a slightly charred, soot-coated cockatiel kenku in black and gold armor, not dissimilar to yours, gazing probably a bit angrily into a tin cup.
Nice. All right. Can I approach said pal? Do they look familiar to me?
It's not somebody you've seen before, but you can tell by their armor that, and also the fact that this is a kenku, which aren't exactly super common in these parts, especially a cockatiel one, that this is indeed the person that you're after.
Yeah, I didn't even know those were real birds till you told me about them. That's crazy. That's a joke. That is a joke. For everybody listening, that is a joke.
Is it?
Bosco?
Yeah. Are you calling me stupid?
Whoa!
How dare you?
I ain't calling
How
you a
dare
traitor.
you? You're not inaccurate, but that is rude, madam. Yeah, I'm going to approach said cockatoo. Sorry, cockatiel. Cockamamie.
Sure. So, yeah. So, Avné, there is a noticeable shadow cast over you now. Somebody very large is now standing behind you.
Do I recognize him?
Well, you're not turning around, so.
Oh,
Probably not.
okay. Okay, sure. All right.
Hang
Uh,
on. No, keep going because like I'm trying to get the picture to show up and it's not.
okay. I will turn around.
Why, hello there, young paladin. I don't see many of your kind in this particular sector.
Yes, it is a pleasure.
Am I able to tell what rank he is just based on the kind of garb that he's wearing? Like, does he have any markings displaying whether or not he's like an apprentice or a full-fledged paladin or anything like that?
You've been told prior to being given your orders to meet him here. You've been told that this is a paladin initiate, which means somebody who's on the cusp of basically being recognized as a full-fledged paladin, and has like most of the and is a paladin for all intents and purposes, but hasn't quite taken their holy vow, their sacred oath to their particular clergy, or to Marilay clergy. So you would be able to tell this is an initiate.
And so chances are, based on the rumors I've heard about a initiate going around saving people, this is probably him.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
I've heard about one of you, an initiate going around fighting cultists and the undead, all kinds of abomination. What is your name? Your full name?
I am Avné de Bavot. It is a pleasure. What is yours?
Arcten Corvere. It's a pleasure to meet you, the first sword of the wind.
Okay, so Avné, this guy basically just came up to you and said he's Superman.
Oh my god.
Like, literally, this guy is a living, breathing, walking, talking legend. He's a really huge Golden Eagle Kenku Paladin. So many different things are like attributed to him as like acts of heroism and bravery. He is like the picture of paladinic perfection for pretty much every paladin, not just Marilay clergy paladin, but every paladin. Yeah. Plurals. What are plurals? I managed to get through
More than two.
I managed to get through picture of paladinic perfection, and then I fucked it up with the plurals. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, okay, so upon hearing that, Avné's just gonna shoot up and salute right then and there.
Arcten is going to salute.
At ease, little one. So, I assume these are your companions.
Just looks around, then back. Yes, I have traveled with them for a very moderate amount of time.
And do they know of what you seek?
What I seek?
Your desire to join the Order?
They don't know my order very well.
I see. Well, then they're in for a treat. For that is why I am here. I have heard of your deeds. I have heard of the great heroic acts, your self-sacrifice. And by the power vested in me, I wish to grant you that which you seek.
It is an honor to receive this from your hand. Thank you.
Paladin Initiate Avné del Bavo. Today, I, Arcten Corvere, the first sword of the wind, am here to officially swear you into the Order of Faithful Paladins of Marilay. Do you accept?
Yes, I do.
Then kneel before me and repeat after me.
They will kneel.
Everyone will see this giant paladin pull out a very impressive sword. What would the inscription? What language would he speak? Like, what would the inscription say on it?
I didn't even think I had to put inscriptions onto it, but I would say Orin would probably be what any inscription would be written on it.
Okay, cool. So whatever language he speaks, I assume Avian would be a thing.
Avian.
If you speak Avian, you would see the marks on there. One of them would say that this sword is called Oathbringer, which might not mean anything to you, but that is what is carved in on it. And you will see him kind of planted in the ground.
As I said, repeat after me. By the wind and wisdom of Marilay.
By the wind and wisdom of Merilay.
I, on this day, until my last day, do hereby swear.
I, unto this day, and hereby swear.
My tireless devotion to the cause of righteousness.
My tireless cause to the devotion of righteousness.
And affirm my faith in her teachings.
And affirm my faith in her teachings.
Until her air leaves my body.
Until her air leaves my body.
And I am welcomed home.
And I am welcomed home.
All of you will see Arc-10 tap his left shoulder, then his right shoulder, and then hold it above his head.
Then, by the power vested in me by the first sword of the wind, I hereby grant you the title of Devoted Paladin. Arise, and may the blessings of the wind be always upon you.
He will then sheath his sword.
They will stand up.
Congratulations, little one.
Thank you. It is an honor.
It is not often I am sent from town to town looking for an initiate. You must be quite the fighter.
So I hear.
You seem nervous. Relax, it's a day of celebration.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I just
You'll
picture
see him kind of ruffle your feathers.
They're visibly shaking from excitement. They just had this shitty ass day, and this is like the highlight of their life right now.
You also see that Arc-10 is with two other scriveners who are kind of like taking notes of the entire thing.
Yeah, there's there's two dwarves, one male, one female. They appear to be related. One of them, the male, is holding a very large book, and the dwarf woman is writing furiously into it, recording today's events.
All right. I guess upon seeing that, they're just gonna look at them. Just, may I ask about the company you keep?
Oh, yes, of course. Introduce yourselves, my friends.
Oh, characters I didn't even think of.
Got him! Shit! I mean, do you want me to introduce them and voice them real quick?
Shit, if
I got your back. This is what I do for a living, is they tell me to do something and I have no preparation and I do it.
Okay, yo, do it. This is amazing. I'm loving this.
Yes, the young dwarf woman over here is Hannah, and her twin brother, well, I call him Trig. I believe your full name is Trigve.
Yes, that's right. I am the scrivener to the great architects. Architects. Sorry, I will go back to writing.
You see both of them kind of bow their heads.
But it's all right. Pleasure to meet both of you.
You must understand, he's much like you, quite nervous. He's not used to following someone of my stature around, despite how much I tell him to relax.
Yes, Your Grace.
I'm kind of scribbling even faster, trying to not make eye contact.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet the both of you.
You see them both bow again.
And they'll nod and reply.
If I may ask,
You see the female.
your friends, do they have names as well?
Oh, yes. It is all. Is it all right if I go up to them and introduce them to you?
Please, just for the record. They are witnesses to your, I guess it would be called a rebirth.
Yes, of course. Well, I trust them in battle, so I trust them with life.
Wise words.
You see her immediately start scribbling that down. Your first official saying as a paladin.
Yes! Okay.
You're in the book!
Finally! Alright.
You're in the book!
They booked you, child. They booked you.
Dude, you're in the wiki book!
Shit, finally. Alright, so who's closest to me right now?
Let's say Shaq is closest to you.
Alright, and I will go up to Jacques.
Jacques has the second sweet roll now in his mouth. Just not paying attention to anything else right now.
Oh, please describe yourself for our guest.
Oh, Jacques. He's a 6'4" Komodo dragon. Dark green scales, except for his except for his chest, which is like a more lightish green. He's wearing a burlap shirt. He's got hide bracers, hide pants, and he's more or less armed to the teeth. He's got a bow strapped over him. No straps on it. He's just kind of haphazardly on him. A belt that has a stag horn-handled dagger and a boomerang. And on his right hip is a quiver that has like 9 arrows in it. He's also got crimson eyes. It's just normal eyes, like pupils and everything, but the irises are crimson. And I'm sorry, starting a little bit.
It's okay.
You're not supposed to be the nervous one.
And under his shirt, a bit of a tattoo seems to be showing, like the top of it. And D, more okay for me to fully describe it or not, or do you want to?
I think what you've mentioned is sufficient.
Okay, all right.
I would say next would be probably Holly, closest to you.
Did Holly witness this whole like?
Oh, you all witnessed it. You all witnessed it.
Okay.
Some big giant eagle just like came in and put a sword on your friend, and y'all are just like, oh wow, what's happening?
Okay, so Holly doesn't probably have a lot of understanding about being the roguish like criminal type. She probably doesn't have a lot of understanding about what she just saw, but she probably, because she has, in spite of her nature, has this affinity for Avné and a lot of respect for them. She kind of like brushes the remainder of the sweet roll off her blouse and kind of, saunters over and says, "Hey, congrats, Bird Pants," and gives Avné like a playful little like jab. And she like kind of playfully jabs him with her fist, and it hits his armor just above the knee and makes this little like clink sound. And then she kind of cleans off her hands and looks towards the new paladin and proffers a tiny hand and says, "Nice to meet ya."
She's a halfling, by the way.
Oh, a halfling?
Yes.
Reaches out, shakes the hand.
Holly gives like a fairly sturdy handshake for someone so small, and doesn't try any funny business. She knows enough to offer a little bit of respect in this case, and she just kind of puts both hands on her hips and smiles at both of them in kind of a proud of her big bird friend kind of way.
Aw.
Yay.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Sir Arcton, this is my friend Holly.
It is
Holly
a
Mo-
pleasure to meet you, Holly.
Pleasure's all mine. Any friend of Bird Pants is a friend of mine.
You'll have to forgive me, I'm not familiar. Is your last name actually Birdpants? Should I... Oh dear, I apologize. I should be calling you Lord Sir Birdpants then. My apologies.
You see him kind of wink at Holly.
You're right. Maybe that should be my new nickname.
No, actually, no, you should definitely not do that. Trust me, take it from me, that nickname will follow you everywhere.
He kind of looks over at the Scriveners and looks down.
I will take your word for it.
Please do.
I
will.
I would say the next closest would be Nova.
Oh wait, I didn't introduce Jacques yet.
Yeah, Jacques.
Well, yeah,
was...
Jack is like not caring. He's
Sorry,
focused on the
I cut Jacques off, and we didn't really talk
was fine.
in character.
And yes, this lizard folk friend. This is Jacques. Is it? Yes.
Oh Jesus!
Oh dear.
Hello, Static. Hi.
Hello.
Who's humming?
Not my superhero.
Alright.
Hashtag
That was
not
me
my
getting
warrior.
too close to Jack on my headset again.
Oh no.
We Gucci.
Time.
So yeah, just this is also my lizard folk friend, Jacques.
So Jacques, you can now like just
Yeah,
Be in
he
character.
turns around with a sweet roll in his mouth and
Don't on my account. It is a pleasure to meet you, Jacques.
and he'll extend a very large talon.
he swallows it down forcefully. It's the
Not the hand,
pleasure to
hopefully.
meet you. And with sticky fingers from the sweet roll, grasps the talon and shakes it.
And you'll feel a very firm squeeze.
He will squeeze back, almost in like not retaliation, but it's accepting a strength challenge.
Quite the grip on this lizard.
You got quite a grip on this bird.
That is Sir Bird to you.
No, it's just bird.
You'll see him raise his eyebrows, look at the new paladin, and go,
I see one of those.
Yeah. You'll get used to it after a while.
okay.
Wink.
Shit. Now who do I have? Oh, Nova.
Nova.
That's right.
Alright, and Avné will walk up to Nova.
Yeah, so you see before you, like definitely like the youngest of the group, but you notice that he's covered head to toe in clothing, including like adventurer's gear. He also is wearing very thick gloves, and covering like most of his head, save for his eyes, is a blue scarf, like sort of like fashioned into a hood shape, and like he kind of looks over in your direction as he's being introduced. It's like, oh, and then like he bows in front of you, like recognizing that this person is very important to Avné and wants to show respect. It is very nice to meet you.
Arcten will do the exact same and bow.
Believe me, the pleasure is all mine. It's a
Oh,
pleasure to meet all of you.
It is an honor for you to be here.
Indeed, as I said, I'm not normally sent out on the trail to seek out initiates. They typically come to me. But you're a very special case.
Well, just scratch the back of the head. Well,
Oh no, don't be shy. Your reputation precedes you. You should be very proud of your accomplishments.
well, thank you. I try not to be too proud.
And I see you...
yes, he has been very helpful.
God.
So, if there's nothing else, I really should get this paperwork to the order.
I mean, there's still a couple of people you haven't met yet.
Oh, God, then bring them on around. I have no idea. We're on number 4?
Yeah, there's 6 people
There's
present. There's usually 7, but there's 6
Gotcha.
present.
All right. Well, let me meet the 6.5 that I can.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so really quick, a short, stripy tabaxi lady just walks up and shakes your hand and says something in a French accent, and then just parts off. That's the character whose player is not here tonight.
Bonjour, madame.
Tu parles ma langue? Oh. Anyway. So we got Wayra and Fringle, and that's it, right? Yes. Wayra, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Down in Fraggle Rock.
Sorry, those sound like Fraggle names. Sorry.
They are.
You're good.
Kind of.
You're good. You're good, man.
Wayra's sitting off. She's finished cleaning off her sword and has put it away. She's got one of the sweet rolls in her mouth and sort of picking out a tune on the lute.
Describe yourself.
White Wayra, 3 half orc.
Okay.
Bard. She's dressed in traveling pants, this very colorful shirt with an embroidered belt. Her hair's up in braids with ribbons. And she basically looks about as pretty as a half-orc can make herself look.
What? Insulting.
Wow. It's either really insulting or really pretty.
She's actually very
Or a
pretty.
half-
Really
because
pretty!
She's very pretty.
Her
We're gonna go with
charisma
really
is
pretty. I'm okay with that.
If you were in the
her
game, I would
charisma
actually
is
show
through
you.
the
but-
roof. Exuding charisma around her.
Tweet the picture at me. That's how you do it.
Okay.
There you go.
just-
Arc 10 will. Arc 10 will walk up and extend his hand.
She takes the sweet roll out of her left hand and extends her right and shakes his hand and says, "Well, I'm Weira Evenus."
It is a pleasure to meet you. You are quite stunning.
And he's gonna give you a peck on the back of the hand.
D, does he
Yes.
recognize that name?
I was actually about to get into that. So you actually, as a famous person, you recognize the last name of another famous person. If your mental math is correct, this is the daughter of a famous half-elf bard named Windsummer Evenus, who's basically, in this universe, he's basically Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Are you Bob Dylan's daughter?
What was the first name that I would know him as?
Windsummer.
Windsummer. Got it.
Are you Windsummer's daughter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I didn't even recognize you. The last time I saw you, you were but a babe.
You know them?
Yes, of course. Wasn't everyone? Oh, right.
All
suppose
famous
everyone-
people know each other.
But yes, I know him quite well.
No blush. This is that. I've met so many. Dad introduced me to so many people as a little kid. A blur.
To be fair, I wouldn't expect you to remember things when you were but a child. An infant, even.
Okay, and I think last but not least we can move on to Fringle.
Yes.
Fringle, please describe yourself.
So, you see a surprisingly tall gnome sitting on the ground, leaning up against one of whatever's around, wearing the Samosora clergy uniform with the coat half hanging off, holding his side, running his other hand through very long, let down black hair.
Wow, impressive. You will see the giant paladin walk over and extend a hand.
Hello. You're gonna see him very slowly get up and reach out his hand to you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I don't suppose you have a name.
Fringledur and Numblesworth.
Fringle.
How do you? He's gonna look at both of his scriveners. How do you spell? Is that with an S? How many Z's? Right. I'll trust you on that.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
He shakes the hand.
Avné helps with the spelling.
Likewise.
This is why they accompany me. I'm very terrible with names.
Quite alright.
Well, it seems like you have quite the group with you.
Indeed, we've been through the thick and thin of it.
Well, I can see why they are battle tested and why you would trust them if they're able to survive what I've heard you've gone through.
Absolutely, yes.
Well,
Not every day.
yes.
Not every day you fight a giant black goo monster.
I heard about the goo monster. That was you.
Yes, it was.
Oh dear. Well,
Well,
well done.
it was. Thank you, but I couldn't have done it alone.
Well, very few of us can do it alone. In fact, I dare say no one can do it alone. I certainly cannot, even though I'll try constantly and lose, and then I'll ask for help because that's what I do.
Certainly. Yes.
But don't do that. Ask for help first. You're doing it the correct way.
I will keep doing that way.
Indeed. Now, as I was saying before, if there is nothing else, I should really get this paperwork in, or I will be yelled at. I assure you my reputation might precede me. However, it does not save you from the higher-ups in the order.
It's at this point that the female dwarf scribe Hannah comes up to you with like the box that has like the little ring in it.
This is for you to show that you're a full initiate now.
Thank you.
No, thank you for all of your service.
It is my pleasure.
I assume you take the ring.
Yep.
She closes the box on your finger. Just kidding.
Ow!
I'll describe the ring to you
No.
later, Avné.
Yeah. Okay. Just very gorgeous. Thank you.
Indeed, they've certainly gotten nicer since I've gotten mine. So yes, consider yourself lucky.
Well, what is yours?
You see him kind of pull out a ring that's very, or you see him show a talon with a ring on it that's very worn out, and you could barely tell what insignia is on it even.
I swear it used to look nice. It's just you punch enough things in the face with a ring, and it doesn't really have the same shine.
Can almost look like wood, even.
How dare you? It is you. Are you implying that the first sword of the wind would wear a ring made of? How did he know so quickly? I told you. No. I'm speaking out loud again. May the blessings of the wind be upon you always. All of that good stuff. I really should go. Don't wear wood rings. Don't do it.
And you'll see him start walking off, and he will be looking back and forth, yelling at his scriveners about how he told them not to use wood.
Noted. May the breath of Morelle guide your way.
And you as well, young paladin. I said the wood.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Holy crap. Just gonna like go above game for a second. Holy shit, Bosco! Did not expect you to go that far with it. Thank you so much.
Hey man, I'm a role player and an actor at heart, so you gotta fill the scene.
Tell the good folks where they can find you. I'm sure
they can find me at Ed Bosco VA on both Twitter and Instagram, and they can find me right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco, where I do D&D stuff, I do wrestling stuff. Who knows? Maybe you'll see me in the Unexpectables again if you guys watch that show. Who knows? Maybe you can see me as the not buff, even more awkward, not Paladin Kenku. Arc 10 is everything Remy would be if he would have just stayed in Valithia.
Yep. All right. Well, Bosco, you can certainly stick around the call if you want to. You don't have to. But thank you so much from the bottom.
No, it's
of
my
heart.
pleasure. I'm totally gonna go eat because I haven't eaten yet. Food is a good thing to have in your system.
That would be recommended.
I haven't eaten since like 10 hours ago, so I sympathize.
I feel your pain. Put food in your stomach soon.
I
be
will.
nice to your DM. They are very, very wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she
She's
is.
great. She's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but you guys have a great rest of your session. It was fun.
Well, thanks,
All right.
Bosco.
Thank you, Bosco. And thanks
Take it
for joining
easy.
us.
Congratulations,
Ciao.
Zool.
Thank you, Bosco.
No, my pleasure. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
You too.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna boot him from the group. he was in the group, but I was like, I'll boot him because I'm gonna feel so awkward if he's still there. So yeah, we are on a quick
I
break.
think he was muted, but
Yeah, I just booted him. Like I don't think he
kick
wanted
him
to
out of
stick
here.
around. So yeah, we're on break now. So grab. Anybody has to go. You got 5 minutes. I'll stick around here with the chat.
Whew, I need a minute to just.
That was some unexpected role play, and you did a very good job with that.
Yes, it was very unexpected.
Yeah, I was about to say she made an unintentional joke. I don't think she's familiar with unexpectables, but that was great.
Right.
It really was.
So that
I
was
cannot wait for. Oh, go on, continue.
that was a surprise.
And I had a feeling that was what it was.
Oh shit! I wanted it to be completely secret.
And it was just my imagination going wild. I'm happy it was right.
A guest is something I kind of figured it was, but I didn't know if you would actually bring one in. I certainly didn't expect Bosco, so.
Well, I had absolutely no idea.
Props.
No clue at all.
The most I was able to guess was that it was related to said NPC picture, and because like for the folks at home, like when the picture was originally showed to us, it was without the markings, but figured it was probably the same order as Avné.
Yeah, I figured that too, but I didn't know it was gonna be a guest.
Oh no, I could not have guessed that. No.
Yeah, I thought the thing with Avné and the whole surprise thing were gonna be completely different.
I'm curious, what do you think the surprise thing was going to be?
I thought it was gonna be like I knew it was gonna probably be a guest star, but I didn't think it was gonna be for the devotion thing. I thought that was gonna be two different things.
Nope.
Nope, same thing. And you know what? I'm all right with this.
It's a 2-for-1 package deal. Buy another one and you get a free bar of soap.
Soap.
Love the crunch.
This tastes nothing like you
Wait,
said.
your soap is crunchy?
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, did you get the chewy stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
Cakebox. We are on a break. We're gonna get back from break in like 2 or 3 minutes. So sorry, I was responding to chat. Responding to Cat. Yes, responding to
The cat. What are you responding to me? What are you talking to me for?
I don't know. It's not.
Yeah, how is chat doing? I'm not even looking at it.
I mean, we only got like a few people in it, but hey, it's active.
Hey, it's all good.
It's chill.
Holy
good.
shit. Yeah.
It's all good in this hood.
So he went above and beyond what I had asked of him, and I am so impressed and like starstruck. That was so cool. That was.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, props to you for reaching out to him.
I'm just so glad that he responded. I was like, oh geez, he's probably not going to respond. I mean, come on, he's gonna... But he did. He's a great dude. Exactly, Cake Box. He's a great Cake Boss. Sorry, Cake Boss. He's a great dude.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I would also like a cake box.
Take home.
I'm trying to. I need to protect my cake from the flies.
I was unprepared, as you could probably tell.
Yeah, I was
and
too.
especially with I have to describe Jack now off the top of my head. I should have included that Jack is built like Vin Diesel, but it did not come to mind until after Shaq called him Bird.
Oh well, you know.
Oh well.
I didn't expect any of that part. I thought he was just gonna do the oath and duck, and that was like gonna be it. But
It was a great opportunity to remind the audience what we look like.
Yeah, and that's why I made him stay for the whole thing.
So bird pants is gonna be a running thing now, isn't it?
Please let it be a running thing.
You're welcome.
Avné de bird pants.
Please let that be a running thing.
I hope you know that was supposed to be like affectionate coming from Holly. That wasn't meant to be derisive at all.
Oh, Avné knows that. I know
It's gonna turn derisive once Jack learns of it, because he was not listening to that thing at all until Bird, which he will now refer to as the
Sir Bird.
Yeah, Sir Bird. I was like, who's the bird?
So bird the bird. Bird the word.
And he's being
Where
very
did
rude.
bird
Like he has
person
sticky
go?
fingers, just getting all in the feathers. And
Yeah, when Arctic, he mentioned like Avné being nervous. That was me being nervous.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was so funny. I loved it.
No, I am 100% down to clown with this. It's all good.
Yeah, you goofed on a couple of the oath lines, but it was so
Fine,
good.
it's fine.
Like, he switched words. And,
it works
yeah.
in character.
I was nervous,
It totally
alright?
works in character.
You
Totally
were. It
works.
worked.
It does. It really does. Work
Oh
in
hey,
character.
Arthur's here.
Oh hey, Arthur, how's it going, dude?
Arthur exists now.
Arthur showed up out of nowhere.
Oh, not much. You joined us just in time. We're coming back from break. Bosco has departed for the evening, actually, Cake Boss. But thank you so much for being here for that. Just want to check. So, Bridget, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Trying to think who may have left. Salix, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okie doke. Cheryl, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay. And I know Zul's here. Mega, you here?
Here and queer.
And
Perfect.
are you still here, Dan?
No.
Fuck. I guess we gotta wait for Dan. Wait for Dan.
Aw, Dan.
Jacques is ready to sass the bird.
Oh no.
You know what? If you sass an eagle, that's gonna be so much more.
I was tempted. I was hugely tempted to sass the giant bird.
By the way, have you ever
But
seen how fucking big an actual golden eagle is?
I think so.
They're fucking huge.
Avné would have made a death glare at you if you sassed him.
Okay, well let's since we got everybody back here, let's get back into things here. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so during this time, everybody just kind of chills out and rests, you know, and everybody gets the benefit of a long rest.
Yay!
Thank God.
Yeah.
So while you guys are going through your character sheets, and or actually let me get good old Arxton off the screen there. Excuse me. So everybody rests until the afternoon, and it's in the afternoon that you start hearing some commotion coming from around the bridge area of this place. And I'm just gonna pick somebody at random. Oh, fitting. Fringle.
Yeah.
What's your response to all this commotion near the bridge?
What's going on near the bridge?
Oh, there's a commotion, and you gotta find out what's up. Just people gathering and making a lot of clamoring noises.
I guess Fringle will walk over there to see what's wrong.
Well, nothing is wrong. In fact, this is where, and oh my fucking God, I can't believe I didn't upload that. Lady D, forgetting to upload something. Who'd have thought it? This is where you push and shove your way through the crowd, trying to make your way through, and let's see, I know I got that picture here somewhere. Hamburgers, come on. So, you elbow and push your way through the crowd, mostly built up of people of the Samosaur clergy acting uncharacteristically excited. And it's at this point that you notice, and I guess I don't have the file on my computer, so I have to go digging in the Discord archives. is that you notice the people that are coming into the city are none other than the triumvirate of the Order of Samosora, the three people who are in charge of this entire religion. And I'm gonna pull up that picture in a moment because fuck me for not being ready. Or don't. Yes, scan the download. Sorry, my antivirus was like, oh, we gotta scan your download, make sure it's not a virus. I'm like, yeah, okay. And where did it go? And see, Mega, this is where I would have you vamp for us and read one of the sponsor messages, but we don't have sponsors yet.
Make up one. Improv. Go.
It's do you like fancy jewelry? Maybe you like fancy queer jewelry. Perhaps you can ask for fancy queer jewelry from your one and only Lady D at Prideful Plastics.
That was good for off the cuff. That was really good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Boom. Got it in one.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, does Nova see them, or is it just Fringle that's seeing them at the moment?
You know what? Everybody who would be awake, is actually seeing this commotion, but Fringle has made his way over there. So, got it almost uploaded, and I am so sorry for this.
I'm
Sorry.
actually looking at said picture right now.
Yep. So these are the leaders of the Samosora clergy. We have the Grand Paladin of Coins, Hinder Silvermace, the Supreme Cleric Artificer, Madras Avringlil Herrinx, and the Archminister of Sound and Aesthetics, Bolivan Whistlewood. These are the three people who are in charge of this entire religion. Their coats are platinum in color. And I'm starting to get all gummed up here. I apologize. And Madras Avringil Harrinx has kind of like a half a robot face. They're making their way through with the assistance of some heavily armed paladins pushing aside the crowd. And that's when, once they reach the landing of the bridge, actually setting foot on shore, that's when the Grand Paladin of Coins, Hinder Silvermace, comes to the forefront and he bellows out, "We are looking for Fringle Numbles."
Oh, God. Fringle is going to walk out into the middle of the green where they can see him.
So yeah, they look to you. Fringle Numbles.
Yes.
He's standing 6 feet away from him and he's still yelling.
Fringle will be standing there at attention.
And that's when Bolivan Whistlewood comes up to Hinder. Hinder, I know we're not inside, but inside voice. Hello there, young Fringle. And he enthusiastically, takes your hand from a salute and puts it into a handshake and is shaking you.
Hello, sir.
I understand that you are one of the ones that was as part of the early rescue effort. Is that correct? And he's still shaking you.
Yes. May I please have my hand back?
Oh, yes, of course. Give me just one more moment. And there. Okay. Wonderful. And that's when Madras approaches. All right, you two, back away. Madras is the top of the top, the supreme above everybody First amongst equals kind of person in this triumvir. All right, well. Well then, so, I understand that, well, Bolovin already said it. He already asked that, didn't he? Here, have this, and she pins a medal on your coat. Like, she moves her hand almost robotically. It doesn't squeak like that, but... And she just, like, kind of pins it on you almost a little too forcefully. There we go. All right. Let's be gone, gentlemen. And then they leave just as quickly as they came.
Oh, okay.
And everybody, all the clergy people are just like, "Ooh, wow! Did you see that? Was the triumvir came out here all the way, and then they gave him a mumble."
Fringle, as soon as he knows they're gone, is gonna run and to the guys and just like get away from all of the rest of the clergy.
You managed to give him the slip pretty easily. You don't have to it's not a Beatles Hard Day's Night situation where you have to duck into a carriage and then come out the other side. So yeah, but everybody is still. They're more in awe that the triumvir showed up and then left than they are that you got an award.
Right.
So hey,
Nova's just kind of frozen in place.
Yeah, you're noticing, Nova, that you're not attracting that much attention anymore, even though there are people who saw you uncloaked earlier.
Just still very nervous by their presence regardless.
Mm.
It's like, why?
And it's not too long later that, coming from the northern end of town, you hear the sound of hooves on the cobblestone road. Hooves are not a very frequent sound to be hearing, with horses being incredibly rare. But as you all go to look, it turns out that this is a donkey hauling a hay wagon upon which is perched, and it's been a while since you've seen them, Carduin, the sheriff of, fuck me if I can remember the name of my own towns. Baythery, thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
And riding on the donkey, kind of, guiding where the donkey goes. Why is his fucking thing not here? God damn it. There we go. Okay. We got our friend Deadeye Dundweller and Carduin, the sheriff and deputy of the town of Baythery. Carduin being the blind gnome, if you'll recall. I'm not Carduin. Deadeye Dundweller being the blind gnome, is wearing full Samosaura regalia and a very large hat. It makes it kind of look like a Union Civil War soldier. To our eyes, he would look like that. And he's apparently like driving this donkey, and Carduin is just standing at the ready in this cart, and he's looking around. Does anybody react?
Oh no. Is he here to arrest us again?
I would hope not.
Yeah, Holly's just looking kind of like looking for a place to hide.
We haven't done anything crime-wise, so we should just wait.
And that's when Carduin has his hand over his eyes as he looks amongst the throng of people, and then he points in your general direction. There. And Deadeye Dundweller makes the carriage move mysteriously in that direction. How does he know? He can't see.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, but it is kind of plowing through people as they hurriedly get out of the way. Nobody's injured. It's a slow-moving donkey. You there!
Av-
Carduin shouts out to you. Come with me.
For what reason?
We are to be giving you protective escort to, and I'll go back to where I said I was going to. Shit, sorry. We're giving you protective escort to Knack.
Protective escort.
Hop on. For as ceremonially dressed these gentlemen are, their hay wagon and donkey don't exactly match up.
No, not at all.
Fringle, why are they giving you escort?
Oh no!
I have.
Not just Fringle, all of you.
Just points
It's not
at
the
him-
jail,
themselves.
right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's not to jail,
It is
right?
not to jail, right?
No, it's, like I said, it's a protective escort. Please, we have instructions to bring you to Knack, he says very pointedly.
Very well. Shall we?
Also accompanying them, just kind of catching up, you see a friar dressed in, his plain brown friar's robes. Those of you who are on Team Woof, of which there are only 2 of you at the moment, you would recognize this friar from, excuse me, I'm sorry, from Woodbank. When you guys face those fake paladins.
Hello. It's nice to see you again.
Ah, hello there.
Are they still in their paladin armor or not?
Oh, no, the paladin, the fake paladin was a thing that Wuff encountered. This gentleman is wearing just plain friar's robes.
Gotcha.
Let's just move on. if nothing else, we get a free ride.
Wait, do we know what happened with Ushnar at this point?
Nobody's thought to ask.
Yeah, I just did. So, so
So that was in character?
Yes, and Avné was just like, wait, where's Ushnar?
Yes,
last
wasn't he
I-
with you?
Last I saw him, he was fighting some wild-looking Kenku on the bridge.
Looks towards the bridge.
Jack, although he's trying to sweet talk his way into getting more sweet rolls, he hears a wild-looking Kenku and immediately darts over. This Kenku, wild-looking. Did he have golden eyes, red feathers, 2 swords, and a grin like an asshole?
Maniacal voice.
I think he had red feathers. I didn't exactly get a chance to see him correctly.
Yeah, you saw the golden eyes though. They shined menacingly with the firelight just bouncing off of them.
Red feathers, golden eyes. Yes, I think so.
Shock, do you think?
Did he have a sharp beak, kind of longer than Avné's? Pointed?
I believe so. Like I said, I didn't exactly get a good look. I was running towards the town.
I'm not. Yeah, fuck. Avné,
Yes.
I'm hoping it's not him, but it's probably him.
It sounds like him.
Yeah, let's Sweet Rolls can wait. We should probably get going.
The faster we get out of here, the better.
But we don't know where Ushnar is.
If we faced off against that, if that was any sort of warning, it's probably not good. Besides, he's not really a friend, is he?
Oh.
He's a
I
friend.
could say the same thing about you, Jack.
Oh!
Okay, we've known each other for what, less than a week?
It's been about a week and a couple days, so.
He's a friend in battle, so he is a friend in.
He's a acquaintance at most. As are the rest of you.
Oh.
I would not be the one to call you friend. Oh, sure, we'll help each other out and when there's fights to be had on this journey, but I don't consider any of you a friend. I have no friends.
You gonna stand there, John, all day, or you gonna get on the wagon?
Well, maybe this is the day that will change, and they'll just go towards the carriage.
Nah, I doubt it. Especially with a bird that runs in the fires.
They're up. They're already off.
Fringle's just gonna walk away to the cart.
Holly's,
Lyra's already in the cart. Like, fuck
Holly's-
this.
Holly's gonna stand up and kind of look back towards the bridge and ask, so none of us are gonna go find Hairdo? We're just gonna assume he's dead?
I'm going to assume he's dead.
I don't think he's dead, but there was a lot of running water and a lot of fire, and he would have shown up by now if he was still here.
Like,
Holly kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
I can go look just to be safe.
Holly's kind of gonna shrug her shoulders and kind of wistfully sigh in the direction of the bridge, and then walk towards the carriage. And she's gonna look at the sheriff, like the sheriff guy, and kind of do that thing where you like take your fingers and you point towards your eyes, and then you squint and then point your fingers back towards the other guy, like I'm watching you.
And I, Hugh. That's just the way these things work.
And if you would give me a moment, please.
Of course.
And they're gonna go over to the bridge and look.
So what you see here is just incredibly fast-moving water. Like this, you know for a fact that this river is not very long. However, it is flowing with just torrential strength, and just rolls of like whitecaps, like just kind of over and over again. This river is incredibly fast, incredibly loud, incredibly powerful. Anything that would have fallen in, if you knew it fell in, probably wouldn't be getting out, or at least not in very good health.
Are like any signs of battle or them or anything?
Well, there's been a lot of people going back and forth over this bridge all morning. You do see some blood spots on the railing of the bridge, though.
So I can say it's safe to assume there was a fight then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is that all I see?
That's all you see.
Okay. So after that, they're just gonna make a deep sigh and then walk back towards the carriage.
Very well then.
Did you find anything?
Just a matter of blood splatters. Nothing else. Anything that could have fallen into that river was gone by now.
We'll certainly discuss this on our journey,
Of course.
but there's plenty of time for that later. For now, let us be off.
Of course.
Onward, Felicity. And that's when that's when Dundweller digs his spurs into the donkey's hindquarters and takes the reins and like makes the donkey go. The rickety hay cart that still has hay in it, by the way, goes forward.
Be
Alrighty.
careful with her.
I'm careful. I don't know anybody who ain't. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, it's earlier. Ugh. I'm gonna shut up now.
Donkeys are people too.
Please don't tell me he's drinking and driving.
Honestly, I'd be more worried if he wasn't. Kids, just a small PSA. Do not drink and drive. Ever. Ever. This is fantasy.
What?
Things are okay here.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's succeeding on his constitution saving throws.
And I actually went to the wrong map. So...
Yeah.
Zoom my stuff out.
Yeah, I was confused for a second.
Yeah, I should have been on this map earlier. That's why I fucked up. So, you guys are on the road out towards Horin, heading northeast, out through the Bend Woods. And once you guys make your way into the woods, that's when the piles of hay start shuffling around a bit.
Jack is gonna take out his dagger because he does not like surprises right now.
You'd best not. Or else... Well... Actually, I'm kind of curious to see what would happen if you do it.
Do what? Do whatever is in here?
Well, whatever you were planning on doing with that dagger.
Well, there is rustling in the hay, and after all that I've been through, I'm not up for surprises right now.
And that's when... excuse me. I'm getting all... Ugh. I was fine.
Please take,
Earlier, I was fine.
please take precaution and don't make any haste decisions.
And that's when, Avné, you see a very large blade stick out of this haystack. Very large. And you recognize this blade. This is the slangerang. You remember?
What?
You remember the slangerang and the wielder of the slangerang. You met her in the tavern. Remember?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's when from out of the pile of hay pops this little lady. Come on. Give me the... There we go. Momo Stony Eyes, the kobold ninja.
Oh, it is you.
Yeah, it's me. And it's you.
A pleasure to see you again.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you again, too. Hey, Alexander, wake up.
And I see you have company.
Yeah, if he wants to get off his lazy ass. Come on, get out here. We got company. We gotta tell him what's what.
What's what?
Alright, fine. I'm coming out. He sounds remarkably like Carduin, by the way. Because fuck me if I get an actual voice, it's different. Yes. So that's when Alexander, the halfling rogue, pops his head out of the hay, and he looks sleepy. A little bit grumpy, but that's normal.
Me too, bud. Me too.
Yeah, yes. So, yeah, what's up?
Well, we're heading to the village of Nak with protective escort.
Yeah, that's us. Yes. Yeah, quite. Yep.
Oh, I see.
You didn't think we were just gonna let a bunch of... You didn't think a bunch of murders were gonna happen? We were gonna just let everybody run because some blue jay with a piece of paper showed up, did you? That's Dundweller
Yes.
saying that.
Ah, yes.
Jack?
was
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah.
Nothing? It's just a...
No.
Okay.
Then were you gonna?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were gonna go first.
Now you go for it.
Jack was gonna sheath his dagger and then search the hay to make sure he didn't sit on anyone.
Oh, don't worry. There was no one else in there. That was
Alright.
Cardoin.
There's not gonna be any more people in this hay carriage. Just the two of them.
In the hay carriage, no, but they're here just in case there's people on the way.
Okay.
Oh, we're used to that.
Yeah, we know, but you guys are kind of targets now, you see. Quite, yes.
Sorry.
Well, you see, I mean, you had all these, encounters with, all these, all these people, all these cultists and their big bad, evil, gooey things, and
1,000-yard stare. Yes.
Also,
I'm
some very
aware.
nice bandits.
And
Were they bandits though?
I think
Well,
they were
like
highwaymen.
No idea
Highwaymen.
what you're talking about, Nova.
They're like traders, I think.
We met some highwaymen on the way here.
They were very nice.
Oh, it must be Bluefoot and his gang.
Very suspicious.
They're harmless, don't worry. That's Xander. But yeah, you guys attracted the attention of some big bads, and yeah.
Isn't that what you wanted us to do?
Well, we were thinking that because you guys were kind of unknown, that like if you went around these places, just kind of scoped them out, that nothing bad had happened to you. You'd just have do some of our dirty work. But then it turns out that you guys are really good at doing what you do, and that attracted some attention. And now that you have some attention, we got to bring you somewhere where you got to work more directly under somebody. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what she means.
Oh, good, it's not just me.
Just nodding, just pretending to understand.
I think what's... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it was just going to say, if you mean work directly on someone, you mean someone taller than us. Just how, like, I'm taller than most of you here.
That's not what that means, Jack.
I think it what it means.
My dear sweet lord, you really don't know a thing about the outside world, do you?
I know exactly what she means, but it's called joking. Sarcasm. Forget it. Whatever.
Already forgotten it. Anyway. So, we're bringing you to an associate of ours in NAC. And it's basically there where you're going to lay low for the next week and a half until the games. And basically be under protection, under supervision, and, of course, if... you'd still be doing some missions for us, but with a more, shall we say, direct hand in these missions, as opposed to giving you a map and sending you out freely. Understand?
Noted.
Very well.
Our mutual benefactor wants to keep you safe. You've proven to be valuable assets to the Montrose organization. Sorry. You've proven yourselves to be valuable assets, and we want to make sure that you continue to be as such. And now you are in the limelight, so to speak, not just with the cult, but also with the public at large. Your actions in Bend have already made their rounds throughout southern Solent.
Fears we're getting famous, friends.
Great.
One reason I don't like the clergy. They all gossip.
Yeah, they're kind of like that. That's we work with them sometimes, but we don't get so direct with them. Hush, Momo.
I see.
I don't know what I would do with celebrity.
Well, we're hoping that if we can let the heat die down a little bit, once we get you to Knack, that you won't have to deal with too much celebrity. Understand?
Oh, okay.
Sounds about fair.
All right, well, let's quit John, because we're probably going to be attracting some bears or something here. So
We
that's-
dealt with some bears before.
Yes, I would not like to talk about it.
I would like to kill one again.
Fringle's gonna take this time to look at this medal he was given.
Again, Avné will look at the ring that they got.
Okay, so Avné, the ring that you got has the symbol of Marilay in the center of it, and it is flanked by your initials, A on one side and B on the other. So that is your signet ring. That is yours if you ever have to make any like official documents and like mail them anywhere, or if you have to prove your rank of paladin to somebody who hasn't heard of you, which might be more often than not. This is how you show them. Yeah, see, look, I got the ring.
Oh my god, I got a high school graduation ring.
Yeah, you put it in order to Jostens. That was, I don't know, is that?
Perfect.
I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but
Eh,
anyway, so moving onward. Does anybody have any questions for the four that are escorting you?
I think Fringle wanted to look at the medal.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So the medal you have is in the shape of the shield of Samusora. And it just says something like for commendation and bravery in the line of duty, da 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 da. It's kind of wordy for like a little medal, and nobody would be able to see it unless they were very up close. But the fact that you have this medal with this bright red and white ribbon hanging from your coat definitely is something worth bragging about. Like if you were that kind of person.
Right.
Very cool.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions or anything they want to do?
Avné's just gonna take the time to meditate.
Okay. All right.
So, Carterin, was it?
Yes.
How much do you actually know is what's going on?
Well, me and Dundweller are members of the Montrose organization as well.
So you knew what happened at the cemetery, you just wanted someone to blame.
We didn't want someone to blame, but we knew that there were going to be eyes watching after seeing 6 people, or however many there were, getting slain in a cemetery by a bunch of out-of-towners. So knowing that, we had to at least act, and even though we knew what was going on, show that the order of law was still in order. If that makes
Noted.
sense. Oof. Everything okay? Whose mic is that?
That's probably
Not
mine.
Okay. All right. I'm getting all. I'm starting to lose my voice.
Power through, deep power through.
Power through. We're almost there. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, the trip through the towns of Terry and Thent go without issue. There's nothing necessarily, of any danger. Or actually, you guys went through Horan. Never mind. I'll have to redraw that one later. The towns of the towns of Horan and Thent. My God, it's full of stars.
You got this.
That post-nasal drip. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay, so Going through the towns of Horn and Thent are uneventful. It's a long trip. It's about a 9-hour trip. You end up in the town of Knack, which is made of some very attractive brick buildings. If you could picture like a bunch of like row houses from like Philadelphia, brick buildings everywhere. There's like kind of ash and smoke in the air from like coal furnaces. It's a pretty modern little town, and you can smell the sea. It's like right there, but it's late at night, so you can't really see it, but you know it's there. You arrive at a bookstore down a narrow alley. The bookstore is called Twice Told Tales. And Carduin dismounts from the carriage in very nimble fashion for somebody so upright and rigid. And he gives a special knock to the door. And that's when a tabaxi, a calico tabaxi, answers the door. And showing that to the world, show to everyone. Thank you for the tip, Arthur. Sorry, I don't usually acknowledge chat during these things. So a stout calico tabaxi wearing a bowler hat with wild pink hair opens the door and has like a hushed conversation with Carduin. And Carduin nods and waves everybody to come on inside.
Fringle walks inside.
Yep, Avné will follow suit.
Wayward goes in.
Oh, a bookstore. I've never been to one of these before.
This seems like of your cup of tea, doesn't it?
They have
He
some
sort of
very
looks at him
nice
like
ones
his
back in
eyes are
Copper
shining
Hill.
brightly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fringle. What was that?
They have some very nice ones back in Copper Hill.
We'll have to check them out sometime.
Maybe.
Holly follows everybody inside.
Okay.
Jack will bring up the rear.
Okay, so once everybody is inside, the carriage with Momo and Deadeye Dundweller and Ixander takes off and drives away. They are not joining you for this meeting. So you come into this this very small, intimate kind of bookstore. The ceilings are a little bit low. Somebody like Shaq would have to crouch, and so would Wayra. And you follow Carduin towards the back after several bookshelves. Like the smell, if you've ever been inside a used bookstore, it is that exact smell. That smell of old books, like an old library. That very subtle kind of smoky, kind of benzene kind of smell to it. That's kind of
this is
fragrant
heaven
in its
for-
own way.
This is heaven for Avné.
Learning. Anyway,
This is air and knowledge, after all.
exactly. So you're ushered into the back of this bookstore through another door, and it's there that the tabaxi is sitting in this massive library type area. Like, it is floor to ceiling books. There are shelves like reaching up at least 20 feet tall. There's like a skylight towards the top, but it's nighttime, so all you can see is stars. Yeah, this does not look at all like the tiny, short-roofed bookstore that you were just inside.
Nova drops his staff. Dumbfounded.
Yes.
Avery. I just used the wrong character's name. Wayward looks around, kind of like.
This is a lot of books.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, now everybody, come and have a seat. That's the tabaxi having a seat on a very comfy looking armchair, very luxurious. There are couches and chaises and chairs all around, like of a similar pattern. It's like red velvet and like nice curvy like wood, very elegant furniture. Have a seat.
And he takes a seat while looking at the books.
Cardawin at this point bows and exits. And you're left alone in this room with the tabaxi, who is now pulling out a cigar, and they are lighting it. Well then, you lot got yourselves in a bunch of trouble, didn't you?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally, no. Well, nobody ever said you had to be discreet with anything you were doing.
What exactly are you on about?
Nothing. Never mind.
So who are you?
You can call me Mac. Yes,
Like
Mac from Knack. Get over it.
Like Macintosh?
Sure, why not?
Smiles.
So you're supposed to be our handler while we go on missions?
You could say something like that. Yeah. Blows a smoke ring.
Prestidigitates that away. Please. This is a library.
The tabaxi pulls out their crossbow from seemingly nowhere and points it directly at you, Nova. Dispel my smoke rings again, and I'll end you.
There is no need for that.
There's definitely no need for him doing that to smoke rings.
Maybe he has a problem with your smoking.
Getting my accents all fucked up. It's supposed to be Scottish, by the way. And I'm like bouncing between Cockney and Irish, and
I gave that up a long time ago.
Yeah, like I feel like I should be better at it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Look. Calm down.
I am calm. I'm perfectly calm.
Look, he's just worried about lighting things on fire.
It's my house.
That being said, Nova, it's his house, and he probably does this all the time.
Their house.
My apologies. Their house, and they probably do it all the time. So, it's not a problem.
Exactly.
Avné will just grumble and try to comfort Nova.
Mm.
They're just kind of sitting there, still smoking, just trying to just looking around at everybody, trying to figure them out.
So what other business have you brought us here for?
Gee, you're not very comfortable with silence, are you? I'm fucking Ireland again. God damn it.
Well, I assume we're here for something, and silence, I don't think is the reason we were here.
Well, you're not wrong, but keeping fucking hell, I'm gonna give up on the accent for now. So basically, this cat person explains to you that they are the proprietor of this bookstore, but they are also a high-ranking member of the Montrose organization, and there are sleeping quarters just to the back of this large library-looking place, and and it's from there that you guys are going to be staying for the next week and a half, and you're going to be taking your orders directly from them.
Fun.
Okay.
Any problems with that?
no, sir.
Arthur?
That'll do. That'll do. Puff on the cigar again.
Nova's trying his damnedest not to wave it again.
Grumble all you like, Birdie. It's gonna happen.
That doesn't mean I will like it.
No, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna like it, or you're gonna be flat on your arse outside. You understand?
I'm saying nothing.
Good. Now then, your first mission is, of course, to get some rest. You've had a long journey. And then in the morning, well, we'll see what happens, won't we?
Right.
Indeed.
So it's at that point we are going to end our session for this evening.
Woo!
All right. Well, fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit shaken still from our special guest, Edward Bosco. Again, you can find him at EdBoscoVA on Twitter and Edward Bosco here on Twitch. And if you are a fan of anime and video games, you probably heard his voice somewhere. So
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He is prolific.
Somewhere in the anime ether.
Somewhere. So yeah, I want to thank everybody from chat for showing up tonight. Tintros, I want to thank you very much for following this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for joining us here at Under Fractured Sky. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Ciao.
Right.